Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have some Vanderpump news to get to today. That's right, Vanderpump's Raquel Leviss out of mental health facility. Astronomical bill of $200,000. We're going to go over what the sources are saying about that. Hold on to that. We'll be there in a minute. But first, Vanderpump also pulls plug on production after filming at Santa Monica Luxury Hotel amid ongoing strike. There's a lot of strikes happening. My Screen Actors Guild is on strike. The Writers Guild is on strike. I think UPS is on strike. Lots of workers fed up with the conditions and want something better. What strike is this? The ongoing strikes in Hollywood are making an impact on reality TV. Now, obviously, reality TV, and maybe it's not obvious, but reality TV does not fit into the Screen Actors Guild contract. A week ago, Fairmont Miramar Hotel and Bungalow in Santa Monica went on strike for better wages, and on Thursday, SAG announced they'd be joining writers on the picket lines. With numerous ongoing strikes in the LA area, crews are having to get creative about filming locations. Vanderpump Production considered filming scenes for season 11 at the 4-star hotel, but pulled the plug when they heard about the strike earlier this week. Unite Here Local 11, a labor union representing 32,000 hospitality workers in Southern California and Arizona, said hotel workers would hold a joint rally with members of the Writers Guild of America to call attention to the disparities in the hospitality and entertainment industries. So congratulations to those that are on strike. Hopefully your solidarity and ability to collectively bargain will lead to better conditions for you in the future. Here's what we've got for Raquel. The story was broke by TMZ several hours ago. Raquel Leviss out of mental health facility, astronomical bill. She's been out of the mental health facility she called home for 2 months, and the bill is staggering. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Raquel checked into the Meadows in Arizona, where she underwent intensive therapy for 2 months. And of course, a lot of people were like, oh, it's a PR thing. And don't get me wrong, it's not bad PR for her after literally, reaching what is probably her rock bottom. Of course, if you're not familiar with this story, Raquel was hooking up and dating Tom Sandoval while he was cheating on his partner, Ariana. So, of course, Ariana's made millions. Raquel was left to deal with the results of her actions. And for some bizarre reason, she had rationalized, maybe thinking she'd be able to work it out and break the news to Ariana. Like, who knows what was going through her head. So as for the bill, sources say $200,000. There were lots of folks who never believed she was ever in a mental health facility, but the reality for this reality star, she was. She's been out for a week and has been holed up in a friend's house and is uneasy about venturing out. One source who has spent time with her in the last week tells TMZ she's like a totally different person. She planned on heading to the facility before taping the explosive Vanderpump Rules reunion episode, but chose to wrap up the season before heading there. A rep for Raquel told us she wasn't going to the center for any sort of rehab, but rather mental health and trauma therapy. I would say this, it can't hurt to go sober. I mean, I'm not sober. I don't drink much anymore, but alcohol can't help you if you have any other issues. It can't help you. You know what I mean? So maybe she doesn't need to go to rehab. Maybe she's not an addict, but for sure that lifestyle or whatever other drugs are going on cannot help. I mean, maybe a little weed would help. I don't know. A rep for Raquel told us she wasn't going to the center for any sort of rehab, rather mental health and trauma therapy. Of course, Raquel's taken quite the beating, both online and on the show, over her and Tom's affair. Lisa Vanderpump told us folks should probably back off, especially considering Raquel's call to check herself in. Sheena Shea, who Raquel claimed attacked her in the midst of Sandoval, which I believe that Sheena did. She goes, how could I attack her if I don't have long fingernails? It's like, you probably slapped her, cut her. Spoke out too with her lawyer, telling us we obviously recognize mental health is an important issue and wish Rachel all the best in her recovery, but we'd also like her to own up to her false allegations and publicly come out and acknowledge that she lied. Oh, interesting. That's still going on. Raquel's former co-stars, Peter Madrigal and Dana Cathan, shared doubts about the seriousness of her mental health treatments, but Tom called them out, reassuring folks this is the real deal. You can't really doubt people when they go to a mental health facility. Don't we? We all have issues, but with someone's issues as badly exposed as Raquel's, let's treat that as it's a real thing. When someone has a cry for help, let's listen. The reality series jumped into filming its latest season last month. So they're filming the new season, and we're actually getting into Raquel's not the only person being shamed. Lala Kent steps out in sheer animal print catsuit, corset, and exposed thong to film Vanderpump Rules. Yeah, Vanderpump's kind of like Selling Sunset in the sense that they try to one-up each other with their fashion sense. Selling Sunset was just normal business people selling houses in season 1. And like in 4 short seasons, it's completely crazy what they wear, which I'm okay with it. Whatever. Do what you want. If you want to wear a sheer catsuit body outfit with a corset and a thong, do you. If anyone who's watching Vanderpump, if they can't handle the outfits, it's like, what are you doing watching the show? So there she is, Lala Kent spotted filming. Lala's going wild. Lala stepped out in a mind-boggling head-to-toe sheer animal print outfit to make sure she was bringing the drama to the Emmy-nominated Vanderpump Rules. That's right, if you haven't caught up, they got nominated for an Emmy. Amid the ongoing behind-the-scenes scandal cheating drama of the Bravo reality show, Lala, 32 years young, is making sure she still stands out. Lala donned a sheer black bodysuit, so there she was. The reality star took the animal print aesthetic one step farther by wearing a pink corset bustier with what looked like a graphic purple cow print on top of the eye-popping outfit. So again, there it is. Mom's turn, Kent captioned the slideshow, and it was swiftly called Weird and Gross for including the scantily clad pic in the same Instagram carousel of her photos with her kid. Kent shared daughter Ocean with her former fiance Randall, the weird guy. There's a whole documentary about him. So that's your update. That's all we have. I don't know what else you need to know. There was videos of Tom Sandoval getting in a fight with Sheena. All of it's one of those things. There's all these behind the scenes videos that paparazzi are getting as they start season 11, and it's one of those like, do you rather keep up with the storylines from like the paparazzi angle across the street, or do we just disassociate, forget about this? Because it's not going to come out for at least, 6 to 8 months. But with the writer's strike, with the Screen Actors Guild strike, these reality shows, which by the way, they still have writers. They call them like script coordinators. There's still people like putting together story arcs, but it's kind of a loophole around the unions. But with all that said, will this type of show become even more popular when there's no more Succession, when there's no more scripted TV and other good shows, because there's going to be a huge gap now that the Writers Guild's been on strike, the pre-production has ended, and anything that was already written before the strike can now not get made because of the Screen Actors Guild strike. So the movie Wicked is on pause. Actors have walked off of red carpets. It's very fascinating what's going on there. If you enjoyed this type of content, I'm going to have more reality TV people on my Driving with Dave series. I'm going to post a link. You'll be able to click on it right here. I would love to have Sheena. I would love to have Lala. If anybody out there knows any of them, when they're done filming Vanderpump, if they want to join me on Driving with Dave, we just bought a new Tesla. We have a 3-camera setup, nice pro audio. If they want to join me in the car, tell them to hit me up. And otherwise, tomorrow it's on today's episode on Bachelor Rush Hour, the podcast. I've got Mario Adrian. He's a male model from Germany, but he's a great guy. I say that as if being a male model means you can't be. He's a male model, but he's also an okay guy. And he's a YouTuber with billions of views online. And we had a great conversation about content creating in the digital world. And if you like hearing about how much YouTubers make for their hustle and this and that, you're going to love this episode. So there'll be a link right there to go check out the past Driving with Dave. And then you can go listen to Bachelor Rush Hour today, which will have that content. And then tomorrow we'll have the full YouTube version on the Dave Neal Show. All right, folks, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.